have here is a short instructional video of how to set up your E-Ranger electric bike. When you've got it out of the box and removed all the packaging, it'll look something like this. To fit the front wheel to the bike, this axle will normally be attached to the spokes here, or it'll be in the box with the charger. So just remove this nut and this end with the spring on here, put through the bike, then same the other side spring. To attach it to the bike, you need to undo that almost to the end of its threads. Then it's a simple case of putting it in, making sure the disc goes in between the brake calipers, then tighten the nut till you feel quite a bit of resistance, until that cam on this side has some pressure on it, and that's the wheel connected, and spin it around just to make sure it's not catching. Okay, next we need to set the handlebars, so turn them round so that they're 90 degrees to the wheel and in line. Then with a 6mm Allen key, just tighten it down in there. There might be a rubber cap in here which you just need to take off first and then refit it after you've tightened it. Then the handlebars might be bent down like this just to get it into the box. So again, tilt those up until you've got it at the desired angle. And then with a 5mm Allen key, you need to tighten these two screws here. If you look at the end of the pedal, there'll be an R and an L. Now the one with the R wants to go on the right hand crank next to the chain, and this one is a standard clockwise thread. So just put that on. Then with the 15mm spanner supplied, just tighten that on. So then if you go to the other side, that'll have an L on it, and so you need to put this and turn it anti-clockwise to tighten it. It's a left hand thread. So just repeat the operation from the other side. To turn the bike on, there's a switch under here which needs to be in the on position. You'll know it's in the right position because if you press this little button here, it'll show you the power in the battery. If the button is in the off position, then those lights will go out. So make sure that that button is in the on position. So now your bike's all set up and ready to go. So to turn the power on, there's a button underneath here. So if you press and hold that button for 3 or 4 seconds, then it lights up this display here. It just takes a moment or two while it calibrates itself. So the bike is fitted with front and rear lights which run off the main battery. So to turn the lights on, press and hold the up button. You'll see your lights come on front and rear. So what we have here, that's the power left in your battery. This is your speed, and you have a trip meter here. And you'll see on here it shows what level of pedal assist you're in. Okay, if you have no lights in these 5 boxes here, then it's just a normal bike. When you want help from the motor, just press the plus button and it'll go through Eco, Tour, Sport, Turbo and Boost, depending on how much help you need. Our bikes are still fitted with a throttle, but legally we can only set them at 6 kilometers an hour, which is pretty much just a walk assist. Now to operate that button needs to be in, it'll hold in. You need to be in at least one level of assist, doesn't matter which one. And then if you turn the throttle, then the wheel will go round, but at 6 kilometers an hour. This is handy as a walk assist if you're pushing the bike up a hill, or even you can use it just for setting off to get your balance. It's advisable that you leave the button out when you're not wanting to use the throttle. It just avoids you accidentally catching it. The bike's fitted with 7 manual gears, just like a standard bike. So to go into a higher gear, press this button, then into a lower gear, push that one away. You need to be pedalling when you do this for a smooth operation. The gears will have been set up before your bike's been packaged and sent to you, but sometimes they can need slight adjustment. If you're trying to go into a lower gear or what's essentially a bigger cog, if it's making a noise trying to get in and not going smoothly, just turn this wheel anti-clockwise a couple of turns until it goes in nice and smoothly. If the bike's struggling to go into a smaller cog, then obviously just turn this wheel the other way. Your bike will come with two sets of keys. They're quite different to each other. The longer one of the two keys is for this lock. So just put that key in there, turn it as far as it'll go clockwise. Push this lever here till it's gone as far as it'll go. Release the key, pull the key out, and then this locks the back wheel so no one can ride off on your bike. So to release the lock, put your key in again, turn it clockwise, and it'll spring back and release the wheel. The shorter of the two sets of keys is for the battery. The battery locks into the bike. Now it's important that the battery is locked in when you're using the bike, not only for security but also because it can vibrate out and it only needs to come out a few millimeters and you lose the connection and the power to your LCD will go off. Okay. To fit the battery onto the bike, it slides onto these sliders here. Just put the battery on the back onto those sliders, then it'll push all the way in. Then turn the key clockwise and that's the battery locked. So to remove the battery, turn the key anti-clockwise and it just slides very nice and easy out the back. Because when you get your bike, it will come with its own charger. So to charge the bike, or the battery, just remove this little dust cover, and then the charger just plugs into here. You'll see on the charger when it's plugged in to the mains, you'll have a green light on there. When you plug it into the battery, if it's charging the battery, the light will turn red. When the battery's fully charged, that will go back to green. If your battery's flat, it'll take between 4 and 5 hours to charge it up fully. You can either take the battery off if you want to charge it indoors, or if you've got a charge point near your bike, then you can just plug it in while it's on the bike.